Everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to do sort of a unboxing and just, to see how user-friendly these things are. And this is the We Are Memory Keepers frame punch board. And it's to make your own frames. Now let's open this and let's get to using it. Now, a little disclaimer. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes and I'm not going to get stuff on the first time because I'm human. I did an unboxing of the We Are Memory Keeper typecast typewriter and I got a little bit of hate in the comments because at one point I read the instructions. I have to say there was two instructions. There was a yellow sheet and then there was like a book. So I went with the yellow sheet because you should be able to use something just with the first instructions and not have to use the manual, to get it started. Anyway, in the yellow sheet, it just had an arrow. So anyway, I went on a little bit that I couldn't type and then I noticed that it was the part. Anyway, some people were quite upset about that, but it's all good. Now we're just gonna see if we can make this thing work. Okay, so it says, trim paper to desired size of frame outer edge. So what I did was I just brought a whole bunch of scraps from my paper bin. And so we'll just make them the size that they are because it says that you can make as small as 2 1/4 basically, which this is a little smaller than 2 1/4. To 1.25. That's not 2. Right, let's just make it a little bigger. Okay, so let's make it 2 1/2. By 3 1/2? Sure. Okay, now it says select frame thickness. Okay. So I guess the more that you go in, the thicker the frame is. Okay. Corner rounder. So I'm going to go with the smallest possible frame. Oh, that's just a corner rounder. Okay, I get it now. So the first one is a corner rounder. So if you just want to use it as a corner rounder, then the very first one over here is 0.25. So then you just stick it in there. Oh, awesome. 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 I know that one of them you have to flip upside down, and it was that corner right there. So these 3 corners you can do just, and then the last one you have to flip it in order to get it in there. Okay, so I think here all you need to do is put it into the same frame that you put here. So I did 0.25, and I'm not even reading the instructions. Oh, that's the blade. Cool. Now, where do you put the blade? Oh, you put it in the track. Okay, okay. Okay. There we go. That was simple. And it just cut the inside out. You don't want to go all the way because then you're going to mess up your frame. Now here, There we go. This is just getting a hang of that, how to put this in the track, which is not that bad. It's got a little ball and you just align it with the track, but I was trying to align the blade, but align the ball. And there's the frame. Isn't that cool? Now you can make it so that it's like Polaroid style. So let's make this, again, we'll make it 3 1/4 by 5. Okay, so let's put everything back because we don't want to lose anything. So let's make the first 2 1/4 inch, or 1/4 inch. Then let's make the bottom a little wider. Is that wide enough? Yeah, I think so. See, that didn't work. Did it work? I don't think that worked. Okay. Time to read the instructions. Okay, it doesn't tell you how to do them. I don't think that was it. I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit. Let me see. So if I don't want them, it's gonna be in further, which is what you want. I'm gonna put you on pause and I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, so I've played with it a little bit and I think I figured it out. So again, these are the corner rounders. So if you want your frame to be square like this with square corner rounders, you would not do this step, but I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna do one with corners. Oops. I'm using very flimsy papers. It's just scrap paper that I had. I didn't want to use, you know, good stuff. Now we're going to start with 1/4 inch. So we'll do 2 sides. So we'll do the top. Now, where I messed up last time is I moved both of these out. And if you want to do a Polaroid side, you only move one. So I'm going to move this one at 0.75, so 3/4 inch. Now they aligned. I was like, why aren't they aligning? So now they align. So now we're just going to cut this out. So again, you got to remember that the top part you use the 0.25. Make sure that it's up against your little board there. And put your little knife in there. And then this will be the 0.25 also. I kind of messed up one of the corners there when I put it in. So it might mess up. Okay, And then we'll do the 0.25 on this side too. This is awesome. I mean, you can do any size of frame that you want. And I know we probably can, you know, do our own, but cutting out the inside of those all the time would drive me bonkers. Did I do 0.75? I did a half, sorry. So a half will be there. So that's a 1/2 inch instead of 3/4. It'd probably look more like a Polaroid if I would have done 3/4. Okay, it's not going in. There we go. So that's sort of a semi-Polaroid. Let's do one more. Let's do a true Polaroid. So we'll do 3.5 by 5. Again, I'm just showing that you can do all different sizes. And then there's one that you can do different size. Like if you keep your blade all, like your corners all the same, then you get a thicker border around too. So this one I'll just keep straight. I won't round the corners. I'll just do hey, what's going on? Huh, I don't know, I was catching on something, but I don't know what. Might have been my paper just curled. Yeah, my paper's curled. Okay, so now, I'm going to do 1/4 inch there, and this time, and they're well marked, 1/4, 1/2, 0.75, and 1 inch. And this little bar here is the same, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch. So I'm going to go to 3/4, only on one side, and then we'll do the bottom. So now your lines align here, and it's going to be thicker down here. So where I have it at 3/4, no, it's at 1/2. It's not at 3/4. I was going to say I'm going to start with that first, but it's not. I got to move it. So let's start with the 0.25. So that's all the smallest. And again, you just slide your blade, and just make sure that you have your blade within those cut lines so that you don't cut all the way through. Trying to place it so that you can see it and I can see it, but it's kind of difficult. There you go. That's the 3/4, so we'll keep that for last. And the last 0.25, there we go. And now we're going to move this at 3/4. This is an ingenious. I love it. Like once you start playing with it, it's like anything else. You just gotta play with it and figure things out. And again, I just use really cheap pattern papers. And it said that sometimes you'll have to fix the nicks, but it's not a big deal. Just kind of fix that. It's because my paper was flipped when I put it in, so it made a little. But that is awesome. That's a frame, like a Polaroid side. You can make it so that it's 1 inch deep, or you can make this any size up to 6 inches, I believe it said. Or does it say? It doesn't really say. Paper size. It doesn't really say, so yeah, no, Yeah, up to 6 inches. And it says to create frames larger than 6 inches, punch all 4 corners, cut from corner to edges, and on a paper cutter. Okay. It'll go up to 6 inches, and if you want to do bigger than 6, then you have to punch all corners and cut from corner to corner on paper cutter. So you'd have to cut out the inside yourselves. So that is it. I'm so excited to have this and that I'm going to be able to play with that. I just love how it's so small and it's not going to take a whole, it's not this big thing that's going to be on my desk, and I know I'm going to get lots of use of this. Okay, so as I was cleaning up, but I'll try to put this inside before I say bye, I just noticed that, you know, don't throw these out. The first part when you're cutting out the corners, these will make perfect little photo corners too that you can add on your scrapbook layouts. So I thought that was kind of neat. It's like a double purpose. And even some of these, I bet you they make some nice photo layers too, paper layers. So I hope that you enjoyed this review. And if you're new to this channel, just go and see my videos. I have close to 600 scrapbook process videos. And if you like this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.